All right, so I have no, well, before I start the video, hello guys. I mean, right now it's almost 2 in the morning. You know, earlier today, I didn't eat a lot of food, and at the moment I'm doing quite a bit of work, a little bit of office work. Not here, but actual office. And so, the hours might vary because I get at work like around 9 and I, end up leaving like at 7, depending if we have clients or customers or not. But, I honestly don't know what I was going to talk about, but might as well. I'm already here. I already have the microphone on. And so I want to talk about a little bit of balance. Not balance like, oh yeah, life, let's not get into that. We have different opinions on that. But let me just say this. Balance on, between eating your meals, as of lately, since I've been doing my little new job per se, from 9 to 7, I've been, not eating on my hours like I'm supposed to, right? Sometimes I do fast, like not fast, but I just don't eat for a very big period of time. So like a big time frame window, like a window frame or whatever you want to call it, right? Big frame time, big time. Let's say like 5 6 hours, and then from there I try to consume something healthy. I'll be honest, I haven't been eating the healthiest home cooked meal because of time and because of I guess half of it's laziness. I'm just trying to be self accountable with myself. I do make excuses. I'm a human. I'm not really telling you guys, so might as well just spill the beans, right? And so I'd say that if anyone out there is struggling with like the work, not work life balance, but just work in general, and you can't get your meals right, either consume, if you're an early person and you consume food like right when you eat, go ahead and do it. Nothing's gonna go wrong. Unless you eat like a big, huge meal packed with carbohydrates, maybe you feel like a little sluggish, right? But it just depends from person to person. And so that might be you, that might not be you. You might eat a big bowl of, healthy food, let's say like chicken and rice or, whatever meal you want. And let's say it's healthy. You might feel good, you might feel with energy, and you might, start, have that start up with your day, that kickstart, boom. You have a little fuel in you so that you can, use that fuel during those working hours. It does depend from work to work, but it's just an example that I'm giving. And so the other one is, fasting. Maybe have a little bit of coffee if you're a coffee person. If not, if you're not, if you're not a caffeine person, then don't do it. It does, have its own preferences from person to person. But, I would suggest to, really think about, how your body feels and how your body reacts. Because today, actually, I didn't eat, I only ate like those egg bites from Starbucks, right? I have like a little box here at home, and so I only cooked like 6 of them. I ate three, and the other three I ate like right when it was lunchtime, right? Right, like 12 or 1. I just ate them, right? Just boom, 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 three real quick, and then I went back to work. I went back to, walking the lot. You know what I'm saying? And so it's pretty interesting, dude. It's pretty interesting, this new job. I've never been under a under a corporative, well, not corporative, corporate job. I've never been. So, this is my actual first 2 weeks. Am I liking it? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's new stuff. It's a new environment, and that's very good. I would suggest for you guys to, I wouldn't suggest. I would just plant the seed in your head that, hey, if you're working towards your goal, right? If you're working towards that dream, career, that dream, not physique, that dream job or that dream business, do something on the side that involves sales. I'm not saying I'm the best salesperson. Dude, I'm ass. I'm learning. I'm being completely honest. I don't have to say, oh yeah, I'm the best salesman. I'm closing the deal. No. Am I gonna get there? Of course. But I just need to practice and practice and practice. And so I told myself that, well, right now it's the day that I'm supposed to do it, which I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna record myself pretty much and just, go over. I'm gonna read some objections, right? I'm going to record them and try to memorize at least one or two until I really, really memorize it and I have an understanding of the psychology of a certain word track. Like for example, when a customer says, or when I, well, they nowadays when I call them guest, because customer, seems a little too like, oh, they're here to buy, they just they kind of look at you like, oh, okay, he's gonna sell me something. But no, we want to help you make the best decision for you. We want to make sure you pick the best choice out of this certain item, this certain car, or whatever you need. But the deal here is that we need to give very good, world class customer service. Because at the end of the day, if you give and give and give, and you receive and receive, guess what? You're being, well, you're practicing reciprocity, right? You give and give and give and give until the person feels that, damn, you know, they gave me, they're giving me this. I mean, they're doing everything possible to help me. I mean, I'm gonna put a little bit of my part, and then maybe you can land a deal. You know, that's just out of my head. It's completely understandable. And at the moment, I'm learning from certain people. I am not getting trained as I would like to be trained, but I am getting the experience of, being in the field, talking to people, meeting them, greeting them. Sometimes I do F up. I'm not perfect, The one thing that everybody knows, and well, everyone knows that knows me personally, I tend to have a stutter, and I tend to have not a lot of words sometimes, because sometimes I guess I get a little too shy, I guess, social anxiety kicks in. And even though I'm normal, I'm not like sweating bad like I used to, I'm not doing any of that. It's just quiet. I wish I had this energy in the afternoon. But that's what happens when you go to the gym, you get that pump, you get that little caffeine in you, and you're like, damn, you feel like a new person, and it's not drugs or anything, but it's just like, okay, it's like 2 in the morning. This is actually the first time in 2 weeks that I don't go to bed before 12. Well, before like 1 or 12. It's pretty crazy, and plus I'm doing something else, I'm trying to practice my communication skills with the opposite gender, right? So I don't do it that often online. So it's a practice, and it's going fucking good. I mean, obviously, right? Fucking Andy, come on now. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I mean, I would suggest, I told this once to a person that if you're thinking about getting a job, just go get a sales job. Pull the trigger. Don't be like me, please. Don't. I don't regret it because everything comes at its time, and it's not. This is not an universal saying or word track or quote. This is just out of the top of my head because as I myself, as I'm experiencing life, I'm like, well, if I could have done this, I could have done that. No, instead of regretting my, living in regret, I'm like, okay, if I didn't do this, then I'm just gonna do it. I learned from those experiences. I know what happened and why I didn't do it, and so I'm going to try to do them and get those excuses, get those personal barriers, those mental barriers out of and just little by little by little by really really little, because sometimes you don't feel too comfortable going over the barriers. It's scary, it's fear. I mean, if it was easy, I mean, I guess everybody would be the person that they would want to be, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Yeah, it does make sense. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're trying to get into a sales position, either solar, the vehicle industry, anything in sales, I mean, everything is sales, but anything in particular that you're actually, telling the person, you're calling the person and, telling them what you have and what you have to offer for them, it was pretty cool, I need to practice, personally, I need to practice on my cold calls. I need to practice on that. I need to practice from, one to one, really understanding, voice, tonality, the words that come out of my mouth, really tranquilize the stutter, really speak slow and, um, enunciate my words so that you can understand what I'm saying. And so that's what I need to work on, honestly. And, good thing that I've been working on my voice, I've been working on my thing. But at the moment, since I'm the new guy, the new fresh up, well, not fresh up, but the new person that is, in the company, in that specific dealership, I'm just trying to learn from like every single thing, And one tip that they gave me was that whatever whatever he's doing, don't do it. And I'm like, okay, all the good things, yes, all the bad things, really have, really observe the people, observe them, and listen to them. That's what, they're teaching me right now. Even though they're not training me, even though they're not like objection training me right now, they're not doing this and this and that, I'm getting the taste of the people that are just there to kick tires, the people that are just looking and they're not going to buy, even though you try to, tell them and not convince them, that's the wrong word. And even though you're trying to, make them see the decision that, they will really try to help them out, on the certain occasion or a certain event, or just in case they really want to trade in a car, you gave them the option of, hey, you know what? I mean, it's going to be more cheaper to get this car, and, we can take your car and actually, we can sell it for ourselves, but you get to, you get to enjoy and you ride for yourself. Does that make sense? I mean, it's just, little by little, you start getting comfortable, you're testing the environment. I mean, if I was like, I guess, a freaking nature wild creature, I'll probably be selling like 20 cars by now. But, in some sense, I guess in my subconscious mind and in my arrogance and in my own confident and arrogant ego, I guess I can do it. But the outside Andy, the person that little by little is actually jumping over those obstacles. It's taking him a long time to really get where he is trying to get, and it's very understandable, because if we did not have fear, then like the example from earlier, I mean, we would be the person that we want to be. If you want to be ripped and this and this and that, I mean, obviously you need to sacrifice, but then you slip up a little bit, like me. I'm not perfect, I'm still on a fat loss diet, and I'm losing fat little by little, by tons of a little. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you're trying to get into the sales game, dude, just pull the trigger. I mean, if you're 17 and 18 and you're actually watching this, just for like, just to see who I am, or just to see what the fuck I'm just gonna say, you never know what type of wisdom I'm just gonna say, because sometimes my ego gets attached to the it's not character, it's just that I'm more comfortable, not opening up, but I'm just more comfortable in camera, right, instead of having people here, which in the future I'm gonna have to open up to 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000, 300,000, and so on. And even if I think about it, right now my hands are like getting a little sweaty, but I'm not gonna say it's trial and error, but I think everyone needs to experience their own set of obstacles, because whatever I'm doing, you're probably not doing. You're probably either doing it even way better than me or even worse than me, and so it just depends if you're actually little by little observing yourself, getting the experience, and be like, hey, you know what? Okay, I need to get better at this. I know it. I know I'm afraid of doing it, but you have to do it someday, and so that day could be that day. Could be it today. Could be it today. Yeah. And so I'm gonna close this video just for this. I just wanted to do a little update. I want to get back into these videos because, like I said, this 2 weeks that I've been absent, it's alright. Not a lot of people watch this, but in the future, when I get big on this channel, everybody will be like, "Damn! I mean, that dude sounded so unconfident. He sounded like Jesus. I mean, so changed. So much changed. And yeah, I mean, I will change. I try to be the best version of myself every day. I know I slip up. I'm not perfect. Like I said, I have to be self accountable. I yeah. I mean, little by little, I will open up sooner than later. But you gotta hold back some stuff. You gotta be smart about it, because all of this that is recording, I'm gonna put it online, and in the future, if I do something bad, God, knock on wood or knock on glass right now, this can backfire on me. So I gotta be careful with my words. But yeah, I mean, once again, let me recap this whole video. If you're trying to get into the sales game and you're like 16, 17, 18, or even younger, or you want to start reading books or watching people, either watch Jeremy Reiner. I think no, not Reiner. Jeremy the sales trainer. You can just put it on YouTube or you watch Andy Elliott. Those two guys are like good. They're like motivating and inspirational, but they do give you like really good like objection handling. They give you a lot of word tracks. They give you a lot of one to one, seeing how they put the salesman under pressure and see what they say to the prospect or the customer or the guest. And yeah, I mean, just do it. I learned this before I was 21. Yeah. So right now I'm 20. It is February, so my birthday is around in 2 months. And so yeah, I mean I'm gonna be 21, and hopefully by the when I'm 21 or 22, I'll be a freaking millionaire. Which I'm going to not. I'm not going to be. I will be. I will be. But not just a millionaire. Millionaire is just like a word that just keeps getting tossed around. I want to be good on my feet. You know. But time will tell. God will help me, and I hope God helps you too. And so, if you like this video and you find this motivating and inspirational, or at least something that moves you, that it makes you say, "Damn, I need to do this, this, and this, and that, so I can, at least potentially get where I'm trying to get." You know. So yeah, I hope that helps you. I hope this video helps you to, open your eyes from this total stranger that you don't even know, but you will know. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. All right, bye.